Curling's meant a lot to myself and our family throughout the generations. My family and Bridget's, my wife, is very similar, where my grandfather started the club out in Gibbons, small town north of Edmonton, and their family was really involved in starting the club out here in Beaumont. And it's been, it means just about everything in our family, curling. Started curling there when I was, 5, 6 years old, running around on the ice. And my dad was one of the top ice makers in Canada and the world for years and years. So I used to travel around with him to places like Japan and China and down in the States, and really got involved in the ice making aspect of it and in the curling competitive as well. And now it's we're running events and running curling clubs, and it's been a long history, and it's been an enjoyable one.
Curling doesn't only hold a special place in my heart. It means the world to me because that's how I met my husband 15 years ago. We've been married 10 years. In 2015, we also got the privilege to represent Alberta in Ottawa for mixed doubles. And now, having children of our own, we get to instill the passion that we have for curling into our girls and moving it forward that way. For our junior program this year, we have created a different spin to it. We ordered some junior rock, setting up hacks halfway down the ice so that the kids can reach the house when throwing the rocks. For our older kids that have been in our program for a while now, we're trying to change to a more competitive level, teaching them more strategy and skills, and allowing them to join the UICA leagues here and around Edmonton. It means a lot to us. I mean, watching the kids be independent and grow as an individual on the ice, bringing out their personalities with other kids. It's nice. It's nice to see them have fun on the ice. It's nice to see them develop that skill and enjoy curling and have fun.
It means so much to me to be a part of such an amazing family. They inspired me to start curling, and I'm so happy that they did, because I never would have known how amazing it was if it wasn't for them. Curling ties the whole family together, whether you curl or not. And I've had many opportunities, and I've met many incredible curlers, and I've made many friends, and for that I'm just so grateful.
I grew up here, and literally grew up here. My parents used to run the club, manage it, clean it, help make ice. And when my sisters and I were young, while they'd be working, we'd be out there playing on the rocks, riding them, sweeping, practicing. It's really shaped my entire curling career. When my mom came home from the 1988 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, she had represented Alberta this year, she just talked about the incredible experience of representing your province on a national stage, and she was a really good coach. And so she started helping us become more competitive. From there, we represented Beaumont at 2 junior national championships, kind of came out of the blue. You know, when you're from a small town and you don't have exposure to the big city teams, and then you get to play against them and they're like, whoa, who are these people? It was thrilling, and it was fun, and we saw some success early. And then I just continued to play throughout my whole life. And then, you know, once I got older and the program here grew, Mom needed help. And so, of course, we give back in our family. And I was coaching young junior athletes here. And then I left the Edmonton area and moved to Grand Prairie to become a teacher. And that was actually my in the community, because I didn't know anybody when I moved there. But I knew the curling rink, and from there I started coaching more and playing more and created a really good women's team, and we won 2 provincials to go to the Scotties ourselves. And so it's been ingrained in my entire life. I think the number one piece of advice I would give women, and anyone actually willing to get involved in coaching curling, is to learn from the people that know. Don't expect to know everything right off the bat. I mean, the reason I am in the role I'm in leadership with curling in Canada, is I spent time with some of the best coaches. At camps, you know, at events, I was always curious, watching, learning. And as I became more confident and more knowledgeable, then I was able to help athletes more. And simply by diving into the environment, you learn what's going to work, what's not going to work. And you have to not be afraid to make the occasional mistake and say, ask for a do-over. But essentially, it's just get involved, volunteer, start there, and learn from the people that know. And the curling community is phenomenal. And so I guarantee if anyone asks a question of people that are in the know, they're happy to share any information, and because we just want to grow the sport because it's an amazing community. You know, I'm really grateful for what curling has brought my life. My family, I mean, I met my husband through curling, and just the places it's taken me. And so, oh goodness, the community of curlers is wonderful. And I know it's really family oriented, like often you'll see at future championships, the kids of past champions. But I think we need to bring in more people that have no curling experience in their families, just because it is such a wonderful sport. And I like the small knit team. You know, everybody on a team gets to play all the time. You never are benched, that kind of thing. And I like the strategy part and the mental part of it. And I think it teaches you lessons that you can apply in life, perseverance, all of those things. And it's just a wonderful game.